it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We are testing out the new Alien Cosmetics Not Normal palette. Now, this palette retails for $40. There are 8 mattes and 4 shimmers in here. I love this color story. And I was super excited because this is the first Alien palette that I have ordered that is not a pre-order. And I prefer, like, I don't mind ordering things on a pre-order, but not every single thing I order do I want to have to wait a month to get. So that's exciting. Now, this palette is available right now at this point for pre-order, which will ship around September the 17th. And another thing of note is my friend Kara from Beauty and the Frizz has a code to save money, which is Frizzface. So Alien Cosmetics knocks it out of the park all the time with artwork. Look how adorable this is. I love that it looks kind of like conjoined twins, and I love the bicolored hair, and just like the girls that are on here look stunning. They look like an edgy Bratz doll, or maybe like the Monster High dolls. Nadia used to love those. So I am excited. So we're gonna start off by swatching, and then we will kind of go from there. So this does say that it is a pressed pigment palette, so it doesn't say that these are safe for eyes. There are a few shades that are safe, which are Day Job, Topaz, Gemini, Basic, Exercise, Taupe, Smoke, and Sage, but not all the colors are. So the first color we have is Day Job. That is pretty much my skin tone. Then we have Topaz, which is a beautiful limey yellow. Then we have Gemini. I love that kind of shade, which Gemini is like an iridescent that has a little bit of green and a little bit of blue to it. Very, very pretty, very pretty. Then we have the shade Sultry. So this one's not considered eye safe, which is a purple, which doesn't swatch the best, but that doesn't mean anything. Then we have the shade Basic, which is a matte off-white. Emerald, which is an emerald green. So that, or not really an emerald green, I would consider that a grass green. Emerald green to me has a little bit more blue to it, but you know, again, those are personal thoughts, but I do wish that it had a little bit more blue to it than that true grassy green. It would have fit the emerald theme better. Okay, next up we have the shade Exercise, which is like this, it's like almost a mustardy color, but it's like a dirty mustard. There we go. Then we have Taupe, which is a taupe shimmer. So as you can see, it's very cool toned. Then we have Smoke. So Smoke is like a grungy grayish brown. Emotions, which is a shimmery lavender. There we go. Sage, which is a sage green. I do like that color. And then last but certainly not least is the shade Grunge, which Grunge is more of like a purpley undertone neutral. So to me, this is a very neutral leaning eyeshadow palette. You're probably people are like, Betsy, what are you talking about? That's not a lot of neutrals. Actually, for me, a lot of these shades are colors that I would consider more neutral undertone, like neutral colors, like that mustard, and yeah. So let's get this on our eyeballs. I am excited. So I have primed my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, because that is the eyeshadow primer I'm trying to use up now because it's been open forever. So y'all know, even as much as I like playing with different eyeshadows, part of it is like, that's one thing I do, is like I try to use them up. So I'm gonna go in first with the Lunar Beauty LB1, and we're gonna go into that shade Basic, which is right here, which is the matte off-white. And we're just gonna use that to set the eyeshadow primer. Why am I doing this today? I don't know, I just feel like it. Some days I set, some days I don't. I don't know. Some days I feel like it, sometimes you won't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, mounds don't. Okay, so, and part of the thing is, the part of the reason why I do like to do this from time to time is to see how the shades react. Because as you can see, the soft ochre paint pot is lighter than my skin tone. But it's not super light. I mean, yeah, it is kind of, but now I'm gonna go into Day Job, which is that brown, which is like my skin tone. That's really pretty. And part of the thing is I am going to do more of a neutrally look, I think, today, because most of Alien's palettes that they come out with are not neutral, not in the least little bit, not in my opinion. And sometimes I feel like, you know, that alienates, see my pun, some buyers, you know. And to me, this is a palette that is definitely, you know, one that is neutral leaning, where you could play with some different colors and shades and stuff like that. So I'm just building that up. You can see how well that is building. Doing beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That is a pretty color. And Alien does have a good formula. Like, they really do. You know, I can complain all I want to about pre-orders, because yes, I get irritated with it. But on the same hand, it's like, but if I get good quality eyeshadow, does it matter? Probably not as much as I want it to matter. You know what I mean? So this is the Wayne Goss number 20. It's just a little clean brush. I'm gonna go into that shade Exercise, which is that matte mustardy yellow. And I'm going to apply that to the front half because, you know, mustardy yellow is a neutral to me. And I think that that will look really good with the rest of the colors going on. And these little tiny brushes, these tiny blendy brushes like this is the Wayne Goss one. I got this in a Beautylish Lucky Bag, but I love the size of this brush. Like, you need little teeny tiny blendy brushes, and this is it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now, where's my Lunar Beauty brush? There it is. Because I'm going to add some more Day Job to the back. And you can see how well those colors blend together. Like, yes, I have yellow on the front of my eyes, but it's not like a crazy amount of yellow, and I really like how it looks together. What do you think? I like it. I like it a whole lot. Okay, so now I need to deepen up the outer crease. You know, this is again something I do on the regular. And I'm going to go in to the shade right here, which is Smoke. I feel like that is a unique gray brown tone. Oh yeah, I like that color. See how grungy that looks? Which to me is like, yes, give me all the grungy eye looks. And I'm just concentrating that into the outer crease. And I am using a Noblet in at 205. Again, it's just a tiny little blendy brush. These are great. And that's what I'm saying, like, Wayne Goss isn't the only one who makes them, but like, I have some from Refer, I have some from Spectrum. That size brush, like that tiny little thing, is one of the brushes that really comes in handy quite a bit. Now, one thing I will say that I do kind of feel like is lacking a little bit is I wish the shimmers had just a tiny bit more darkness to them. Like, I wish they weren't all so light, because you see what I'm saying, like they're all pretty light. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my NYX glitter glue, and we're going to apply that all over the lid. See, we like that. We like that a whole lot. Okie dokie. We'll use this. Wipe it off. I need to clean brushes like badly. I hate cleaning brushes. I wish I could just sit there and pay someone or get new brushes every time. Like, they need to have, that's what they need to have. It's like a brush service, like dry cleaning where, or like around here there's people like Cintas that do work uniforms, and they send clean ones and you send dirty ones, and it's just pretty easy. You don't have to deal with anything. I'm gonna go into the shade Topaz, which is that limey kind of yellowy green, and we're going to apply that all over the upper eye. But that would be like the $1 million idea. So y'all can steal that from me if you want to. Just remember, put me on your PR list if you steal my idea. But yeah, no, I just feel like that would be, that's what you need to do, is make a service that you send your brushes back and they send you new ones. It's like Netflix for brushes. And depending on how many brushes you need, what kind of brushes, you can pick your sizes, all that kind of stuff. You just don't have to deal with it. You know? And you can do different service plans of like, oh, well, you can do this amount for this amount of money. Yeah, that would be great. I do really like this eye look though. What do y'all think? I think it looks really, really pretty. I'm gonna go back into Smoke and apply that on the outer half. Blend that in again. But yeah, I mean, don't y'all think that this is a really pretty eye look? I do. I do. Can y'all tell my brain works a little wonky? Okay, I'm going back in with Exercise, which is that mustardy matte yellow. Okay, so this is the tops of the eyes done. I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face. We'll come back and do the lower lash line and talk about this palette. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used the Danessa Myricks Lightwork palette, and I used a mixture of chai tea and cinnamon sugar as my highlight. I am testing out, I got this on sale when I ordered the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. This is the Natasha Denona Foundation X. I have the shade 45N, and it looks beautiful so far, so we'll see how that goes. I have the NARS Claudette Blush Duo, and I just mixed the two of these together for my blush. For bronzer, I am wearing the Fenty Bronzer and Islanding. On my lips, I have the Kaleidos Lip Clay in Dune, and then in my waterline, I have the ColourPop BFF Gel Cream Pencil in Lattice. So, let's go ahead and apply some shadows under our eyes. So I think what I'm going to do is, this is a clean Sigma E27. I'm gonna go into the shade Sultry, which is that purple shade. I just think that this will kind of go with the top and tie some colors together. Now for me, I am probably not gonna do multiple looks with this palette unless y'all request it. Not because I don't think that it's worthy of doing multiple looks, because I definitely think it is. I think that so far, with what I've got like on my eyes, it is performing beautiful. It's just, I have so much new makeup, it's not even funny. And there's just not enough hours in the day to do something with all of it. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna take that the Lunar Beauty LB1 that I used with Day Job and Basic, and just use that to blend out the edges on the purple on bottom. See, that's like, it's a smoky purple. It's not the most purple, but I don't think it has to be, you know. And I have no primer, but I do like the tone of this purple. It is very unique to my collection. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna go into that grunge shade, which is the purpley brown. And I am gonna apply just a little bit of that grunge shade to the outer corner to add a little bit of depth. And I'm gonna take that LB E1 brush and blend that out. That looks so good. Okay, so for inner corner, I'm gonna use the Gemini shade because that is the most exciting one that is in this palette, the most exciting shimmer. Now, I will say something though about this palette. Like, they have phenomenal mattes. Alien Cosmetics does. I love their mattes. I did spray that, by the way. And this is just a Sigma pencil brush. This is the E30. Anyways, they typically have like this really beautiful wet shimmer formula, and that is not the formula in this palette, just in case you're wondering. So as you can see, I am just taking that tiny little brush and wrapping it around from top to bottom. But yeah, I feel like this is lacking those amazing shimmers, at least in my opinion. You know, I love a shimmer heavy palette. I mean, we know this. But also, you know, one of the reasons why I do love Alien is they have a good matte formula, but I do love their shimmers. So whenever you're lacking in shimmers, or at least the formula that I like, I will say it. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that true wet formula that we know and love from Alien. Like the shimmers that are in All I Ever Wanted, in Serendipity, in... Because this is more along the lines of the shimmers that's in the Strawberry Milkshake palette, which I love the mattes. The shimmers, again, weren't my favorite. But I do love the color story behind this. Like, I think this is a very unique color story that definitely can go neutral, that can go a little bit not so neutral. But I do think it's a good deal. I would buy it with using a discount code. As I said, my friend Kara from Beauty and the Frizzface has one. I will try to remember to link it down below. But yeah, I think it's great quality. I wish the shimmers were a little bit more. So hopefully that helps. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with tons of bonus content thrown in throughout because, yeah, too much makeup. But I guess that's it. So we'll see y'all later. Bye.